be with others. She looked unhappy. He looked like he wanted to enjoy himself in other ways with other people. And just noticing as I'm walking around, noticing how I was just really happy and friendly, and I was just happy to be there. And it really helped me to see all the work that I have done on myself. And being a mom really also gives another avenue of transforming yourself, because you have to deal with the emotions to be able to just be really present with a child, especially a child who has autistic-like behaviors, who's hyper and reactive and angry and aggressive. You have to be able to handle that. You have to be able to be with someone like that. So I'm excited because I'm doing my physical detox, and as I continue to transform myself, then I will, and I'm completing, and I'm in the close to being completed, and I can support him to transform what he's going through physically that's affecting him emotionally. So I wanted to talk about emotions and the journey of healing yourself, and how Lyme has been a huge tool for me in transforming myself, transforming the ego, transforming my ego since I initially started this path. When I first started the healing path, I was in my early 20s. I had no idea I had Lyme. I was numb to it. I was numb to what could be possible, or the possibility of having something, because back then it was not as common. And I remember I was living in Drexel Hill. I remember I had just started working with Equinox International. It was an environmental company with health products and water filters, and I had just started working with them to kind of try to have an independent business. And I was very ambitious. I was studying Jim Rohn and Tony Robbins and Stuart Wilde and Nightingale Conant, and I was really into all these motivational speakers for spirituality and empowerment. And I had gone to an agency to start to get into acting. It was like I was around 20, 21, maybe 22. And I wanted to become an actress. I wanted to be a model and an actress, and I had just started taking acting classes with this agency, and they were going to set me up with going to New York and going to different places for auditions. And it was really brand new for me, and I was so excited. It was like, this is my path. This is what I had been waiting for my whole childhood. It was something I had wished that my parents had supported me, and I didn't have that support, so I was going to go out and do it on my own. Being an Aries, being independent, I was ready for that. And then all of a sudden, what happened is I realized the pain that was going through my body, especially I had just started going to a DNFT chiropractor, and the DNFT literally makes you aware of emotions that are stored in the body. It makes you aware of what's blocked, and it brings you back into balance and back into harmony. I had no idea that that path would do that, and what came up for me was rage and anger, because the pain was so extreme, and I knew I would not be able to go on a path of acting, and I knew that I was going to have to put it on hold. And I was determined to heal my back at the time, because I wanted to get back into taking those acting classes. I wanted to get back into my dream of being an actress at the time. And I had to put it on hold. I knew, I was in my mind, I said, okay, I will wait. I will wait until I'm ready. I will heal my back. And I didn't know what was going on with my back, so the waiting kept taking longer and longer as time went by. 6 months went by, a year went by, another year went by, another year went by, and I had all this anger and disappointment at myself because I wanted to pursue a dream, and I had to put it on hold. So when you have Lyme and your body has an experience of pain, it's going to make you deal with the emotion that's connected to that pain, or connected to your life experience that is not allowing you to live in a way that you desire. So for me, it started with anger, and I really had to to forgive myself. I really had to deal with the anger in my body. And then as I worked on the anger at not being able to pursue acting, I then started working on the anger that I had at my parents, at my childhood friends, at the way that I grew up, the way that I was treated as a child. I had to transform deep emotional stuff relating to way deeper and way more significant even than the Lyme. And so I had to basically heal I had to heal from growing up with alcoholic parents. I had to heal from feeling victimized and abused as a child. And I had to really go deep, and so deep that I had to spend years to heal that. And I have healed that. I have worked through that. And that was almost 20 years ago now. So it's been a long time since I've really worked through that. But it started with the anger. It started with the Lyme, and that the Lyme was an avenue to transform. And after the feeling of anger, a lot of times what you may have is despair, is regret, is you may have blame. You may blame yourself. You may blame others. You may go through a stage of depression because you feel like there's nothing you can do and you get stuck. So you're stuck with those feelings of sadness. And then you feel all alone because you don't know what to do. You don't know who to go to. You don't know what the answer is. And you're in limbo with trying to figure it out because a lot of times you can't get diagnosed. You can't figure out what's going on. Why is your body having this experience? So it really makes you feel everything, all the layers of emotion, the emotional spectrum you're going to go through when you have to confront some serious illness or some serious physical condition that's keeping you from the life that you had before. Let's see. Yeah, and sometimes people don't really heal those things. Sometimes people can spend a lifetime working on forgiving people that have harmed them, forgiving people that have hurt them, being able to just have compassion again and understanding and acceptance to those in their life or in their childhood. Sometimes people never heal that, and it's a big challenge. So it can take a really long time, and the physical condition that your body is going through will definitely make you be present to what's going on in your body. It'll make you present to the emotions that are coming up for you. And a lot of times, pain is associated with death. If you have pain, it feels, on some deep level, it feels like you're dying. It's very connected to transition and to death. A lot of people, when they're elderly and they're older, they have so much pain. They don't want to deal with the pain anymore. They would rather die. They don't know how to get rid of the pain. But on the other side of pain is death, because the pain will go away. Once the pain leaves, it is a form of death, because death is another way of leaving the body. Once the pain dies, you can be reborn into a new experience, into a new feeling. You can feel love again. You can feel joy again. You can feel pleasure again. You can feel bliss again once you have transformed that experience of pain. And it doesn't have to take as long as it took for me to heal deep anger or deep sadness. Although I did really, it took me, I'd say about 12 years ago is when I came to peace with the pain. I didn't actually have emotions around the pain probably since way before my son was born, which I believe is helped me to be able to have him. I wouldn't have been able to get pregnant or have a baby if I had these beliefs and this conditioning saying, oh, my body's in too much pain, there's no way that I can carry a child. But I was able to carry a child, and I did it with so much pleasure. And the healing that I took on prior to having him or getting pregnant was prepared me to be able to carry a child. So the past 10, 12 years or so has been more around the relationship with his father and transforming, not transforming on another level, on a deeper layer of how your childhood affects your reality. So there's layers, there's so many layers to the transformation process and the healing of the self. The healing of anger, the healing of sadness, the healing of pain, the healing of fear, the healing of despair, the healing of regret, all of those things can be healed with time, with presence. And there are tools, I had mentioned before, there are tools to transform yourself of pain in the body. And that video was more about tools to support you with just dealing with the pain. Not so much dealing with the emotions that are associated with the pain. So transforming the emotional self is a whole other journey, and doing some of those practices that I had mentioned can support you to heal the emotions. There are other forms of psychotherapy that are extraordinary, and usually the emotions that come up while you're dealing with Lyme have absolutely nothing to do with the Lyme. They were actually there even before you had the Lyme, and the Lyme is an opportunity to really look at what's going on in the body, what's going on in your heart, what's going on in your mind, in your belief systems, in the way that you feel about yourself, in the way that you feel about life, how you feel about others. For people that really are dealing with extraordinary emotions and fears of pain and of any feelings, I always recommend EMDR. EMDR is excellent for any kind of trauma or any kind of emotional issues. I also recommend EFT or faster EFT. I always recommend chakra clearing, healing the emotions through the chakras, which is one modality that I use with my clients. I also use a form of EFT that I've kind of created on my own, that I teach my clients so they can do it on their own. I don't do EMDR because I'm not able to I'm not a licensed psychotherapist, so I'm not able to purchase an EMDR machine, but I highly recommend that. And Tantra breath work, deep breath work where you're laying on the floor and you're doing the breathing where you bring the breath in down the body and into your lower chakras, and you're squeezing your lower chakras, your genital muscles, and then you exhale out the mouth with a loud sound. And a lot of times the emotions will come out as you exhale because you're punching and you're working with a couple different parts of yourself. That is amazing. I'm not sure if I'm able to record past 15 minutes on this. Another process is shamanic breath work and rebirthing breath work. And then just breathing, being with the emotions, being with the feelings. And just really just getting emotional support, getting counseling, getting therapy, seeking a cognitive therapist or some kind of transformational therapist, or any regular psychotherapy is excellent. Somebody that combines acupuncture is excellent too, but you want to make sure that the person you're working with actually, they understand spirituality, they understand health, they are more holistic, and they can deal with the emotions that are related. They can help you release the emotions. They're not going to just talk to you. Talking is good, but not if it's not getting anywhere. Talking doesn't always resolve the problems. So adding a spiritual component to your healing and getting support when you need it. I'm going to end because I'm not sure if I can go past 15 minutes. This will be a test for that. So Many blessings and lots of love, and I will be back again soon. Namaste.